Hey everybody, Billy Bob here, and it's Tough Talk Tuesday. And I think what we're going to do during football season, we're just going to call it Errors and Omissions Tough Talk Tuesday, because it seems though the first 2 weeks of the season, of course, still getting going, I may have some errors and omissions from Monday morning quarterback, right? So I thought, at least for the short term, that's what we're going to call Tough Talk Tuesdays. Errors and Omissions Tough Talk Tuesday. So today was a busy day before we get going here. Another rainy day. We got this little low, deep moisture low hanging over us. Supposedly it's going to clear out by the weekend. It's supposed to be a beautiful weekend. But in the meantime, went up to Southern Steer Butcher Shop, saw Shay up there, got some ground beef, got some Argentinian steak tips, actually got some pork belly, burnt ends. Now they're not already done. I got to cook them. They say it's good to do them in the air fryer since my smoker's not working the way it should. Got some garlic butter chicken and what else? That's probably about it. Oh, I had to get Mrs. Billy Bob a New York strip, because last time I told you guys I was on the cross, man. I got some Argentinian steak tips, and Mrs. Billy Bob, so what are you having for dinner? I said, well, I'm having the steak tips. She goes, well, what did you get me? And I'm like, because she just likes her meat without marinade, without too much spice. So anyway, and then I went to Ace Hardware because we need a new toilet seat, right? It's kind of worn out. So, had to check, do we white? Is it white or is it biscuit? Brought a white one home. It's not white, it's biscuit. So I got it. And then it's like, okay, what's the difference between the Westport and the Cameron? Well, the Cameron has a little beveled edge on the lid. Okay, cool. And it says never comes loose, right? Because we all know when, at some point things loosen up and you start wiggling around on the seat. And so I came home and I said, Mrs. Billy Bob, I said, hey, Wheezy, we're moving on up. We got a new toilet seat. We're the king of the bowl, the king of the toilet, the king of the throne, right? So that's where we are. Tough Talk Tuesday, errors and omissions. I know, I can't even believe that Dusty Goldie didn't call me out on this. And I think I have one other Bluehead fan in the group, but maybe even two more. But anyway, I didn't even mention the Oklahoma game against the Wolverines. And, I watched the whole game, and it actually was a pretty good game. Interestingly enough, I was listening to, where is that? There we go. I was listening to, what's his name? Full Ride with Rick Neuheisel and Chris Childers. I was listening to it Monday. And Childers is going off crazy. Like, are they that bad? The Wolverines that bad? It's just, oh my God, what's going on? I was like, Jesus. I watched the game. I didn't think the sky was falling. But, when I look at them today versus where they're going to be by the end of the season, obviously they're going to be a lot better. You got a freshman quarterback. It's only his second game. Now, he did not have a good game. I actually almost thought it was more Arch-like from 2 weeks ago when he played the Buckeyes, because a week ago, Bryce Underwood played like somebody who knows, I don't even remember, Nevada, and they beat him like 60-10 or something like that. But today they're, or Saturday night, they were playing a top 18 team. And the Wolverines, quite honestly, they're ranked 15. I'm not sure why, but they are. And so Underwood, their freshman quarterback, was 9 of 24. He only threw for 142 yards. Now, they had a pretty decent running game. Justice Haynes at 125 yards. Now, of that 19 carries, 125 yards, but of that 125, 75 were on one play. So 18 carries, 50 yards. Jordan Marshall didn't have a good game. Oklahoma, John Mateer, their quarterback transfer from Washington State. They brought their offensive coordinator along with him. And Mateer had a great game, 31-24, 270 yards, 1 touchdown, but he also had a pick. And, Oklahoma really blew some opportunities. They muffed a couple punts. I think they missed a field goal, I think, in the game. And yet they still win 24-13. They move on. They play Temple this week, and then the Blue plays Central Michigan. We'll talk about that later. Lil Max, who works at Ace, he didn't even say anything to me about it. So you better have watched my video, because that's a prerequisite of working with me. Anyway, not that I'm his boss by any means. But then we had, I forgot all about the Bills and the stinking Ravens the other night. I guess that game was a pretty damn good game. 41-40. Bills come back from 16 down. I guess one of the fans got thrown out of the stadium. Bills fan, because I don't know. I guess Lamar Jackson was right up close to the stands after he scored a touchdown. A guy smacked him on the helmet and got the yankaroonie. At least nobody spit on anybody, right? So, the Bills came back from 16 down, I believe it was, win that game. So, it's going to come down. Those two teams are probably going to be in the playoffs, probably play each other again. Who knows? They don't play each other twice in a year. They're not in the same division. But let's see, what else we got here? That game last night, I fell asleep. The Bears were winning that game, right? Or winning that game, and then the Vikings. And what's the dude's name? J.J. McCarthy comes back. They came back from 16 or 17 down and win that game. I guess some say Caleb Downs. Yeah, Caleb Williams, quarterback of the Bears, looked terrible. I don't even know, where's that game. Ravens, Bills, that was 41-40. Where are we with the Monday night game? Let's look at some box score here. Oh, man. Yeah, so the Vikings outscored the Bears 21-7, 14 points in the fourth quarter. So it was, not much of a third quarter. 7-0 Chicago scored. They're leading. They're leading 17-6. I guess Brian Cadley, he's going to be disappointed, as well he should. McCarthy didn't have a great game. He only threw for 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, a pick. Caleb Williams threw for 210 yards, touchdown. He was the leading rusher. That's one of the things, got to say. Same thing with Oklahoma and John Mateer. He was the leading rusher for Oklahoma. When your quarterbacks are your leading rushers, you're going to win a game here and there, but you're not going to win overall, right? I don't think so, anyway. The quarterback, now here's one I didn't know. I told you about Army. Let's see. Told you about Army yesterday. They lost their first game of the year to Tarleton State. Then they come back. They come from behind. They beat Kansas State in Manhattan, Kansas. And but what I didn't know is they had a quarterback come in, played most of the game. Cale Hellums, Hellums, Hellums. So I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Cale Hellums. So he came in. I guess the starting quarterback must have got hurt, Noah Short, or at least he came in. Maybe he came in late. He had one pass for 52 yards. But anyway, Hellums played. He was 7-11, 43 yards passing. But this guy ran the ball 41 times for 124 yards. He only averaged 3 yards a carry, long as 16. But look, he took a pounding, 41 carries. And what they pointed out was, these guys got to get up 6 o'clock in the morning, got reveille, get up. You still got your daily duties the day after your game. You don't get a day off. You might get a day off from practice, but you don't get a day off when you're at West Point, right? So those are, I think I got all the errors and omissions out. And I told you about our new toilet seat. So there you go. Trying some testing. Man, I just tried some a little bit ago. I cannot figure out. I went through all the little steps, push this button, push that button, copy this key, that key. We're going to do some more testing. We're going to get this damn restream thing going, and we'll get it going. In the meantime, America, land of the free because of the brave. Stay focused, America. Billy Bob, peace out.